99.9% fail in UPSC. Yet why is India's youth selling their dreams? Sanjeev Sanyal's alarming truth. A father spends all his savings to send his son to Delhi's Mukherjee Nagar, with the hope that one day his son will become a collector. That when he returns to the village, people will proudly say, "This is our boy." But what happens when 5, even 10 years pass and one day that same son breaks down and says, "Papa, maybe I was never capable." Just imagine what the father feels in that moment. But was that son really incapable? Or did the system push him into a race where there's only one winner, and no one keeps count of the ones who fall? This is the very question raised by one of India's top economists and a member of the Prime Minister's Economic Advisory Council, Sanjeev Sanyal. And what he said is not just an opinion, it's a warning, a mirror for that part of the nation we call the coaching culture. Today, we will dive deep into this issue. But before that, if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss our powerful and eye-opening videos. Now let's begin today's discussion without any delay. Sanjeev Sanyal has called the UPSC craze a form of opium. Yes, opium. He says it's an addiction that the coaching mafia is selling to the youth knowingly and deliberately. Millions of young people are being shown a dream that, in reality, never comes true for 99.9% of them. And the most shocking part? It's the smartest, sharpest, most talented minds who are getting trapped in this illusion. When a boy from a poor family says he wants to become an IAS officer, the entire neighborhood claps in admiration. But no one ever asks, for how long will he chase this dream? For how many years will he stay in a rented room, memorizing facts day and night? And when he finally breaks, when he loses, society simply turns its face away in silence. Sanjeev Sanyal is now challenging that silence. He boldly states that 99.9% of students preparing for UPSC fail. Yet every year, lakhs of young people embark on this impossible journey. He asks, why? Why are India's brightest minds spending 5 to 10 years chasing a goal with a lower success rate than even entrepreneurship? When asked if he was criticizing the civil services, his reply was crystal clear. I have no issue with those who truly want to be civil servants. My problem is with a culture that forces every talented young person into this one path. He refers to the entire setup as the coaching class mafia. In his view, this has become an industry that sells only hope. Every year, lakhs of students take admission in coaching centers spread across Mukherjee Nagar, Rajendra Nagar, and other corners of the country. Thousands of rupees in monthly fees, printed notes, test series, topper interviews, motivational videos on YouTube, everything is available except the truth, that 99.9% in this race will never reach the finish line. Sanyal doesn't see this merely as an issue of education or examination. According to him, it's a colossal waste of human potential. At a time when the country needs scientists, entrepreneurs, writers, athletes, and innovators, our brightest minds are buried for years under piles of the same books, chasing just one seat, one title, one identity. And when they don't get it, their confidence, dreams, and passion are shattered. That's why Sanyal has offered a bold piece of advice: be Elon Musk. Yes, he said if you have talent, don't try to fit into a broken system, create a new system. Think big. Do something that can change millions of lives. He compared the odds. The success rate in entrepreneurship is far higher than 0.1%. But the coaching mafia will never promote this idea, because their entire business runs on sustaining this illusion. He calls it poverty of aspiration. Not a lack of dreams, but a lack of direction in those dreams. If someone is interested in poetry, gifted in music, or passionate about technology, why must they be forced into a path that feels like losing oneself just to stay in the race? Sanyal elaborated on this issue in a podcast with chartered accountant Kushal Lodha. He explained that it's not the average student who gets caught in this trap, it's the most talented ones. Because families, society, teachers, they all assume that the smartest kid must become an IS officer. And in doing so, we fix our best people into a place where the chances of success are just 0.1%. Sanyal says that some people do make it all the way to the position of cabinet secretary, the highest post in India's bureaucratic system. But even among them, most end up doing work that is neither exciting nor transformational. It's just the title that's big, not the impact of the work. And so the real question is, are we preparing our brightest minds just to get lost in stacks of files? The coaching mafia's model is equally dangerous. They sell dreams that, for most, will never come true. They know that every year, 1 million students will show up and 9.99 lakh will fail. But the next batch will already be in line, ready to replace them. And this cycle continues, without questions, without alternatives. This isn't just an emotional argument. It's an economic, social, and psychological reality. For the country's economy, this is a serious threat. When so many youth, who could have been scientists, entrepreneurs, or changemakers, begin to see themselves as failures just because they didn't crack one exam, the whole nation loses out. Sanyal's concerns weren't limited to UPSC alone. When asked whether exams like CAT, where lakhs of students compete for just a few hundred IIM seats, fall into the same category, he acknowledged there is a difference. CAT aspirants usually don't stay trapped in that loop for 5 to 6 years. They move on, find other paths. But UPSC has become a lifestyle, where preparation becomes life itself and failure is quietly accepted as destiny. The biggest irony of this culture is that those who can't escape it start blaming themselves. They begin to believe they are weak, they're not capable, when in truth, they were pushed into a race that was never meant for them in the first place. And even those who do make it out often find themselves unhappy with their work, realizing somewhere deep down that they paid for their position with the price of their real dreams. Sanyal's statement, UPSC is like opium, isn't just a provocative line. It's a philosophy, a sharp critique of an entire system that forces today's youth to walk down difficult paths disguised as easy choices. He wants young people to invest their energy, time, and talent in places where they can improve society, the nation, and most importantly, their own lives. Does that mean civil services are worthless? Absolutely not. Sanyal himself clarifies, if someone genuinely has the passion and interest, they should go for it. But treating it as the only path and letting society put pressure on every bright student to follow it, that's where the real danger lies. This isn't just a warning, it's a wake-up call. A country that takes pride in its youthful population must also ask itself, are we directing their energy toward the right goals? Or are we turning them into buyers of dreams sold under the label of prestigious positions? So next time you hear a young person say, I'm preparing for UPSC, ask them, what is your real dream? Because it's possible that their dream lies elsewhere, and the path they're on is just an echo of society's expectations, not their own voice.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.